He rips my heart out of my chest with every chord he sings. Some days I wish I was dead for all the pain he brings. Days pass, nights pass, and it's only him that I am thinking about. Only in my dreams does he show his face. Only on my own do I feel loved. I am just another girl to him. I am just another broken heart, lying on the cold, hard ground. I wasn't destined for such a life. I am just another bleeding angel.
Wow. That was amazing. Kindly have a seat first before we grill you. Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Morning at 10 TV. This is the solution segment. Now, that is what you should be expecting in this particular segment this morning. We'll be talking about teenagers and what is underway for them. There's a great event happening tomorrow, and that will be the Fly Festival 2018. And so we will need them to tell us why other teenagers have to come and join you guys as well. So welcome to studios. We have Nalu Mwamba, Brenda Ann. Thank you so much for making time. Such a great poet. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
I also have Sally Akram, who is a teen influencer. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sally, let me start with you before we go to Brenda and for her to tell us what influenced that particular poem. Sally, you have been part of Fly for quite a long time. When did Fly start and what does it do?
Fly began almost 2 years ago, and Fly, we're a community of teens who are there to stand for teens in inspiring them, telling them to stay true to the choices they make. These choices are mostly practical, for example, singing, dancing, rapping, reading, focusing on things that matter to their lives. And we as teens, we tell each other to stay away from things that are going to hold us back. And these things include smoking cigarettes, shisha, kuba, gossip, because these are the most common things that hold teens back.
And you joined Fly. It's now been 2 years since you joined them. What exactly pulled you to them? What attracted them to them? Because I know many teenagers shy away from such, programs because they feel like, I'll be castigated, I will be judged in this way and that way. So what attracted you to join Fly, and what has kept you there for 2 years now?
Most importantly, Fly gave me a choice, because we're living in a community of peer pressure. Because at the time I was about to give in to peer pressure, maybe to hold a shisha pot or something, Fly gave me a choice. Fly gave me a choice that you can do better than getting to peer pressure. For example, you can focus on your writing. They help me improve my writing. And for all other teens also that you work with, improving their morals. I understood that Fly is a way for me to settle, focus on things and step on the better life or the better step of life.
Okay.
So it's like, I think with or without Fly, I'm Fly.
You're Fly.
Because I would still focus on things that matter to me.
Okay.
And that is what Fly has taught me.
All right. Brenda, you clearly are Fly, because I know what Fly means. Of course, it's the lingo that the young people use now. You are part of this, especially you'll be part of tomorrow's event. What does that mean for you, especially as a poet, and you just taking your talent to the next level?
Okay, basically, poetry is not really considered great in Uganda. So Fly gives us a platform to showcase what we can do and speak our message to the world, because poetry is inspiring, it's drawn from live examples. So Fly gives us that chance to share these poems, and people love them, yes.
Okay, all right. You've been a poet for how long now?
I think like 5 years.
What's so sweet about being a poet?
Okay, let me say, like, poetry, you get to share your life on paper, and someone can get inspired. Someone can use a line in your poem and it drives them through their whole life. Yes.
That is what inspired you.
Yes.
I'll tell you for a fact. I was hosting poets in the country just a few weeks back, and they told me that the industry is struggling in a way that no poet can stand out today and say that I'm surviving on poetry at 100%. Does that scare you now that you're a teenager getting into that space? Does that scare you that poetry still doesn't pay in the country?
Okay, basically as a poet, even if I don't get like cash, But if someone is inspired but by what I write and recite, that is enough for me.
And moving forward, do you feel like that needs to be changed in terms of now when you grow up, you getting that assurance that I can fully be a poet and still earn a living?
Yes, I get, okay, I believe it will come with time because everything just needs time. So I believe with time, you can actually earn from poetry. Yes.
Okay, all right. Sally, tell us, let us in to understanding what FLY is all about at 100% in terms of the programs that take place on a year-on-year basis. When you joined FLY, what are these programs that have transformed you to 100%? Maybe you can tell us bit by bit.
The programs that have transformed me and other teens are very many. You have the FLY Hangouts. These FLY Hangouts happen in schools, basically high schools, where we go to those schools, engage them in different games, engage them in teen choices, FLY choice cards, and different games that are around. We bring inspirational speakers, and these teens get inspired. They learn the value of choice. And also we have FLY days that happen in holidays because some teens can't easily approach in schools. So we get those hoodie places where they meet up. We organize FLY days. We do the same things we do in schools, so that these teens also get to share their minds. Basically, we have a FLY magazine, which we distribute free of charge. And we are the teens who write these magazines, the content in there, because we understand the teens, we understand our feelings. We have our own taste. So these magazines are given out free of charge for the teens. That's also at maybe one of the good activities.
So these magazines are distributed to every high school?
Yes.
Okay, at free of charge?
Free of charge.
All right.
Because teens, we have no money, so you have to get someone to improvise and provide for us.
Yeah.
And supposed to be with teens providing for our fellow teens.
Is it a monthly magazine?
It's a, we call it, can I say quarter-year magazine? Because it's mostly a year magazine actually, which has activities. Teens get to see their pictures there.
All right.
There are stories there. The stories from different schools that they gather for us. We teens, we edit them, we put them down, and we put them to the magazines to inspire other teens who are like us.
Okay. Brenda, you are a girl, and you're in this space, and I'm sure you understand what girls go through, even your friends, even yourself. Yesterday we had this report that was released that the number of unsafe abortions are increasing by the day, and the big number of females who are taking these abortions, who are going through these abortions, are teenagers, them that are procuring these abortions at a very high rate. So you being in this group of FLY, are you keen on such matters that affect the girls? Of course, also bringing the boys on board, because by the time you're getting pregnant, a boy is, in question as well. So are these topics that girls have still under FLY?
Yes, girls have them. Is like through the mentorship, you can tell girls how to, basically you can tell girls how to abstain, and in case they're not abstain, they can still live with their pregnancy and live. Basically, FLY, you can actually go and speak to their parents and such that they can understand and all those things. Such that, they can keep their pregnancy, because some of them could even die from their abortions. But FLY does all those things.
Okay. So over and above that, is contraception a discussion that you people have in FLY? Sally, maybe you can take that
I will tell you, probably, when it comes to teens, the things you talk about and they will freak out. They will either not listen to you, they will laugh about it, and they will not take the message. Because when it comes to issues of contraception, abortion, and maybe sex, they don't take it as so much of an importance to themselves. You get, but these things have issues that they take as fun. Taking shisha, to them it's sweet, the perfume, the scent it has. And when it comes to smoking, to them it's a rapport, it's nice. When it comes to taking kuba, to stay awake at night, or maybe to read, that is what they do.
But so when it comes to matters to do with sex, they shy away.
They shy away.
So because it's true, teenagers are sexually active, and this is a fact, especially now with the abortion rate and the report that was released yesterday. But moving forward, you are a teen influencer. You have graduated to become an influencer and a FLY. So are you keen on pushing for such conversations as well before we take a short break?
Yeah, we're keen for pushing on such conversations. But when it comes to the aftermath of life and of teens, that's why I had this FLY Fest happening. We're going to, first of all, focus on celebrating those teen voices on this FLY Fest. Yes, maybe in the next aftermath, we may see what other voices do they have, what other challenges do they have. You get?
Okay, all
Because whatsoever Fly handles peer pressure, and whatever problem a teen has can result under peer pressure.
Okay.
So if teens have come out to celebrate, we are celebrating those choices they made, that they're going to stay away from peer pressure. They're going to stay away of things that are really bad and focus on things that matter to them. Then we need to celebrate those first voices. That
So
they know they think about them.
you're hitting on them slowly at their own pace before you get the message home.
Because
All right.
changes cannot, we're not magicians.
Yeah.
Change cannot happen in just one day.
It is gradual.
It is gradual.
Okay, thank
Takes
you.
years and time.
We are taking a short commercial break, but we'll be right back with this and so much more. Remember, we are on the hashtag Morning at NTV, so keep your views coming. You can also drop in your comments, NTV Uganda, that's on Facebook and YouTube pages. Keep it here. Welcome back to Morning at NTV, and today we're talking about matters to do with your teenagers. If your parents watching us, I'm sure you have teenagers, or if you're a teenager and watching us, this is where you should be. Tomorrow we'll be having the Fly Festival, and in studios I have Mr. Sali Akram, who is a teen influencer. Of course, before we went on a break, he gave us a lot of insight to do with this particular festival. And I also now I'm joined by Crystal Panda, who will be a great influencer as well, the MC of the event as well. Thank you so much for joining us. So this event is, gonna go down tomorrow, thanks to NTV and Fly putting it together. But I'm sure parents are watching. What would you tell them? What should they expect? What is Fly at the end of the day?
First and foremost, I'd love to thank you so much for hosting me here, and I want to thank everybody out there. If you're a teenager, a young person out there, your parents allow the kids to to be a part of our events, because we've been doing so many tours. We actually started last year. We've been doing the tours for almost like 2 years right now. We've been doing shows, shows on radios everywhere. But I feel like this is a time whereby, because there's so many teens out there, because when I go to schools, these guys, they don't have the chance to speak out. But Fly came out and they're like, yo, we want to give you a chance to speak out, to say out what you want, to say out what you really feel. Because at the end of the day, when we are young, parents decide for us. Parents dictate, they're like, yo, you're going to do this. This is what I want you to do. But for Fly, we're like, you know what? This is what you want to do. Do what you really feel like this is right for me. Not everybody to decide for you. So we are doing tours in different schools around, Kampala. And me as the MC, because I've been the MC on all tours, I saw so many guys, so many young people. These guys love to do so many things. But before Fly, they didn't have the platform. But when Fly came in, these guys came out, the dancers, the rappers, the beatboxers, the guys who do paint, graffiti. So I felt like this is the time you need to come out tomorrow to speak out. The voices are going to be together in one place tomorrow with a big artist, Korede Bello. Please, if you don't turn up for the event, then I don't know if you're a young person, for real.
Okay, let's get to the program, and I'm sure this... out of all the festivals, there's something peculiar about this program, because also you're putting in there the aspect of mentorship. Tell us more about that.
Mentorship, we're going to have Malaika, she's going to be right there, and Dende, we're going to have the other lady too. So we're going to have like 3, tents whereby these guys are going to be talked to tell them on how to do their thing, on how to go about what they really love to do, not to go the other way around. We're going to have a lot. Like, if I'm to say everything right now, I know people will be like, we're not going to come. But I feel like I should leave some, out for them to come and see what is going to be going down. Because I feel like, apart from all the events that are happening for teenagers, events that, they are all about music, this is different. Whereby you're going to have entertainment, at the same time, you're going to be talked to in a way whereby you're going to be like inspired to go on and do what you really love to do. At the same time, you're going to have music you're going to be entertained. At the same time, we're going to have competition whereby the audience will come through. They do what they love to do. So you can come through, you do your thing on stage, and we're going to have competition from other guys, the dancers. So it's an event that has everything. Apart from music, it has everything that can help you, a young person, if you're out there.
Okay, you've told us that you actually go on ground to, execute different interventions. But the big thing still under Fly is the focus on drug abuse amongst teenagers. How bad is the situation on ground when you go on the ground to, you know, this visits and this, you know, rallies that you conduct on ground?
The thing is, me as a person, as a presenter, I should say, I've been going to different schools. There are schools you go to and you look at teens, they really need somebody to tell them. Because recently in America, there's a guy, 26, he died, Mark Miller. As Fly, when they came out, I felt what they really want to do. That's why I joined it. Because I don't want to see young people dying. And when I go to schools, there's so many guys who have joined such things. But for Fly, they came out and they were like, you know what, we need to stop this. Tobacco taking, shisha. Because at the end of the day, these things, people do them, but they don't know the repercussions, the young people. But when they go actually out there, they try it out, they do it, at the end of the day, they're the ones who are going down. But for Fly, they were like, you know what, we need to do this. Because we've been going to schools, and what we see, we as Fly, that is what we're trying to fight. Because we don't want young people to take tobacco, to take shisha, drugs, and that.
And what's the response like? Because I know when it comes to such vices, it comes from a point of peer influence. I think, Sally, you can take on this one. So how best do you expect to impact their lives and actually make them change their ways for them that are deep into this?
I will bring you back to the to the why we're celebrating Teen Voices, because that's why the Fly Fest celebrating Teen Voices. In the past time, we have collected information from these teens where they write their thing and not my thing. And we have seen that we teens have decided that our not my thing is tobacco. Most of our not my thing is smoking and tobacco. And we also have our things like singing, dancing, but our topmost not my thing is tobacco. So what you want is at least to make these teens believe that you really believe in them. That their not my thing is tobacco. And if their percentage of them not my thing is tobacco is higher, that means we are moved a step. Teens have really understood, have actually, not to say really understood, but they have understood the material change is gradual. So as tomorrow we gather as teens, whoever said not my thing is tobacco, whoever said not my thing is this, or smoking, or Cuba, you come for the fest. Next time they're going to celebrate with you of the voices and the choices you made. Because we are teens, we make these choices. And we must celebrate our own choices. That's how we get empowered. If I say my thing is singing, I'm celebrated, I'm getting empowered, I'm getting the better step of life is a fountain of joy.
Yeah.
And adding on what he has said, there's so many young people who believe that becoming a superstar, becoming, you know, relevant in the world, for you to have the confidence, you need to first take tobacco, you need to first take something for you to hype yourself. That's what I think. But tomorrow we want to show you that you can do whatever you want to do if you, and you know, when you don't take anything. Because I believe you can be sober and you become a superstar you want to do. You can be focused. But most teens believe that, okay, I have to first take something for me to get on stage. But we as Fly, we're saying you can come through for the event tomorrow. We turn it up without taking anything. And
also, most of the teenagers say that if I'm seen, you know, smoking shisha, it's cool.
I can be cool. Yeah, cool, because that's why they say if there is no shisha on this party, there is no party.
There's no life.
But there's a time we tell, because our friends, literally we tell them, because we don't tell them directly, like, do not use shisha, we use things like now, we say celebrating Teen Voices. If they come, even those who will be taking shisha will be like, wow, maybe thousands of teens have decided not to take shisha, not to take tobacco. Be like, I think I'm left behind. Let me try to step on the other side of life. So if these things are now, some have left it, they're like, no, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I need to step on the bigger path of life. Maybe I need to get more practical with my life. And maybe to benefit myself to things that may hold me back.
Christo Panda, as we come to a close, tell us more about this particular partnership between, of course, Fly and NTV, you representing NTV.
Yeah, this is it. Tomorrow it's going to be going down. I'm going to be doing my show T-Nation from there tomorrow. It's going to be starting at 11, but I'm going to be there earlier. So for all the guys who want tickets on the beat and my show, please come through in the morning, because we're not going to give out tickets right now, but we may give out tickets at the entrance.
How much are the tickets?
5K.
5,000.
5K. But before, let me, which camera? Let me look here, here. Guys, if you're out there, please, tomorrow we're going to have a great time. please come through. I'm going to be right there. All the big artists, please come through before you go back, because I know you guys are going back on Sunday. Please come tomorrow. Let's have a good time. When we actually, you know, it is always good to be entertained at the same time edutained, because most events right here in Uganda, it's all about entertainment but not edutainment. So please come through tomorrow. Do your thing in a good way, in a cool way, without taking anything.
Yeah, in a cool way, without taking anything.
Yeah.
Very important. Yes, Sally.
And again, I want to remind all teens, we are going to have Korede Bello. He's already in and he's going to be performing for us and other local artists.
I saw the video, you're right.
Yeah, man, it's there, but please do not miss. And really, it's going to be massive. Me, I'm already Fly Fest. I'm in the Fly Fest mode for the last 4 months. And please be there.
Okay.
Be there. Don't miss 5,000 a ticket and come with.
We do the shaku shaku.
Yeah, so
right.
Fly Fest, do your thing.
Okay.
Celebrate it in Voices 2018.
Okay, thank you so much, Sally. Thank you so much, Christo,
Yeah.
for coming in studios and telling us more about Fly Festival. It is a festival. There'll be no drugs. Yes, mummies, daddies, there'll be no drugs. Let your teenagers come. They will get mentorship. They will get embraced in their talents, in their giftings. It's very important for them to also get to see what other teenagers have been able to achieve. See, there's Sally here. He's still a teenager, but has achieved so much for himself. So be sure to let your kids to come. He said the tickets will be just 5K, so be sure to turn up.
By the
and,
way, the tickets are 5K,
Okay.
but before 10 a.m., before 11 around there, when you come to in the morning, we shall have like drinks, like juice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to be
expect,
cool, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
Before
Okay.
11.
So you have the information. That has been it for Morning at 10 TV Solutions segment. We still continue. Up next is Take Note. Stay tuned.